Oh, my hair is perfect, like the werewolf of London. What's up? We're live.
You son of bitches.
Cool. So
We're a little intoxicated.
we have drank a lot of heavy beers, a lot of high alcohol beers. It's very, very nice.
Shout out to Beach Pig.
We're having Beach Pig hooked us up.
He
with
took care of
some
us
shit,
nicely.
and now we are annihilated
Righteously.
And so
Look good.
it is no better time than to talk about the worst song that we unabashedly love. And I will start with my man Beefloaf, and he's going to tell us, this is his question. So we want to hear the shitty song that he loves.
I almost make a lip synced video of me dancing around and singing this song.
Man. What is
There's
this?
a song called Kiss from a Rose by Seal.
Ooh, Batman soundtrack. This
Yes.
is Batman 3 soundtrack,
Yes.
right?
Great soundtrack. Not that song, though. That's a bad song, but I love that song. And I sometimes would dance around my house posing and doing things.
Oh, wow.
And I have a vision of doing a future video. But you have someone who has editing skills. You want to hook up with me? We'll put the music behind me, and I will sing, and we'll do all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
I will pay so much money for this. This just sounds amazing.
It could be part of our YouTube franchise.
Can we have edits of Bonita Stakey in the background just making disgusted looks at you?
I mean, she is going to be so embarrassed of whatever this
I
is.
assume we cut it a bunch of it would look like
I'm
a
not
music
even
video.
mad.
It wouldn't be a live concert type thing. It would be a music video where I'd change costumes and I'd move around. And
Also, I'm like Beefloaf and like a lot of shitty, awful music is Steal My Sunshine. Steal My Sunshine plays on CC DeVille is on one of the songs out there, and it's not really good, but I do, and it is the many a nights I would spend listening to Power 98.9, waiting for that song to come on the air, so I could tape it, but I only caught half of it one time. Like I never caught it full on, and the lyrics are boom, boom, boom. Let's go back to my room. So we can do it can make you feel right. Make me feel right. This is definitely something that a 10-year-old should be into. And that's what I was into.
there's a 100% chance Slim Mick has this on tape in
Yeah,
his car right now.
There's, he definitely does. This is easy to find.
I love that song too. It's just like, yeah. And then also, there is way too many Limp Bizkit songs to name. And Kiss songs. Like there's just all these really shitty music songs.
I mean, I think I initially thought about this. I thought about a lot of like '90s rap that I listened to, right? And like,
90s rap is good though.
Like, and that's the problem, right? Yeah. Like, I was like, man, you know what? It seems like a goofy song is like, I forgot the name of the rapper, but I don't know if you remember if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. I fucking love that song. It was one of Snoop's guys. It was one of Snoop's guys that did that. And I was like, that's probably, and I was like, no, that's actually, I like that song. That's a fucking good song.
Was it like Corrupt? Or
no, but not one of those guys, but it is a Snoop guy. But, and then I was like, man, like, and then I kind of went a different direction. I was like, literally anything Collective Soul is probably should be this song, right? And I like all the Collective Soul stuff, which you probably, if you know me, you're like, what is that for real?
Why?
But I do, and but then I thought of a song that I love the band, and I think a lot of people love the band, but the song itself is not well received. It's some people like it, but it's kind of off brand for them, and it's not great, but I really enjoy it. So Duran Duran, they did a song called "Ordinary World," and it's like a slow track, and like it is not a Duran, like it's not Duran Duran speed, and like if you like Duran Duran, you're like, oh, I know that song. This song. I love it. I love the song. I think it's a fucking fantastic song. And like, the one thing I don't ever really want is Simon Le Bon really sing. I like him doing his Duran Duran shit, right? Like I want him to talk about Rio, and I want him doing Hungry Like the Wolf. I don't want him doing like a slow jam.
Let me ask you a question about Treasy's choice. He went highbrow on us there. He's supposed to go like, I like Sugar Ray Fly or something terrible like that. Like a really bad song, not a pretty good band. It's like a deep cut on there. It seems like not a bad song.
But that song is pretty like it was.
I know
It's a lame song,
but
it's a lame song.
It was pretty popular. But that doesn't make it good.
Oh, so was "Kiss from a Rose."
Yeah,
but I think mine is in the
So was Boom
vein.
Boom,
I think
actually.
mine is in the vein of
Right.
yours more,
Yeah.
where it's like this is a really lame song, and like
It's a totally bullshit song, but
yeah, and like the lyrical content's not that great.
But it's
like
it's got the feels.
it does,
It
but
really
it
has
shouldn't.
the feels.
It shouldn't because it really doesn't say anything.
and also when you were talking about Collective Soul, I like zoned out for a little while, and I was thinking to myself, how the fuck did Collective Soul become popular ever? Like, how did that become a popular
So
thing?
Shine was their big hit,
Shine was the big
song.
hit,
But
yeah.
then there was one other song after that, right?
but yeah,
Burn or
Gel?
something, like
Gel?
Gel.
Gel?
That's right.
They-
It was totally Gel.
they actually have a very good guitarist in their band.
And that's why they're
And that's
that
kind of-
floated them up to
That's
it.
that's one of the things that.
Gel. Yeah.
But Shine was a big hit. I think they played Woodstock '94.
I'm sure
I think they were there.
Oh man, that's a big lineup too.
So did Limp Bizkit.
No, that's '99. That's '99. That's when
they
That's when
burned
Blakey
everything
Southside was there with his blonde hair.
Was he really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he was.
Before Fred
He went there for
Durst played.
Matchbox 20.
There's no question. I've seen Matchbox 20 live, by the way.
But wow, how did that? Not? I've heard that they're good live. That's like I've not heard good things about their albums. I've heard good things about them playing. Like
So the thing I remember most about that concert is that we had gotten tickets for the Black Crowes. We were going to go see the Black Crowes at the Palmer Auditorium in Davenport, Iowa. And then they had the bombing in Oklahoma City. So the Black Crowes left and went to that versus coming to Iowa to play for us. Mm-hmm. And so they were like, you can have a ticket for anything that's coming up. And live was like the best out of it. And we went, and there was a girl there that went with us, and she was wearing an away 83 White Sox like jersey.
Oh, nice.
It was like all the blue. It was blue. It wasn't even a real White Sox jersey. It was just It was blue, and then it had the Sox on it. That's the one thing I remember about that show is like, this chick is pretty dope because she's into the fucking Sox. That's all I remember like from that show. Live, I don't remember it being very good or very bad either. But I was probably smoking a shitload of Marlboro Reds and just checking out this girl in her fucking Sox jersey.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So then your next question.
Second part.
Your second part is the best. I love the man. This is the wording of this just shows you how
It's so
fucking
bad.
lame Beef Wolf is.
It's
The best, hippest, coolest band or artist that you aren't in on. I mean, like you quit. Why don't you rap about Noah's Arcade right now? I mean, like what is this question?
Now, when I'm programming the show, I'm trying to write descriptors to encompass what we're going to talk about, not writing a sentence for a reading. So this is trying to like cover, try to get to the heart of what we're trying to cover right here. So for me, famous band, a well thought of band that I just cannot get into. I've tried like 6 different times. Is the Velvet Underground. I just don't enjoy it. I listen to it. It's like I don't understand. And I'm not one of the cool kids when it comes to music. So I believe that it's just me not getting it, and that it probably is something cool and fun. But I'm out on it.
Yeah,
I 100% get this, and I have a lot of Velvet Underground stuff, and I've listened to them. I think there's some cool stuff in there, but I really feel like it's you got to pick and choose and find those pieces. I think if they tried to come up now, they'd never make it. Like no one would be interested. No. It just wouldn't be there. It was just a time and place type thing. And there's, like I said, there's some really good stuff in there.
Time and place.
There's a few things in there. But no, it was the art scene. It was partially.
No, for sure.
It was partially art. It was partially the punk scene. There was like a lot of people like really going for experimental things.
Okay.
And so at that time, that worked. It would never work again. To me, outpaces the stuff that was done in the Velvet Underground.
Okay.
Like I think he became he by himself did better work. But I think I think that like the Velvet Underground stuff, there's songs in there that are really cool. There's a lot of stuff in there that is just fucking terrible. And I think like if you come into it now, if you like come into it and just go like, I'm gonna start listening to Velvet Underground, you'll be like, I don't know what this is. I don't care. I'm not gonna spend the time to try and sift through this.
Yeah, that's my sort of response.
And I get it. I totally get that. I took this question a very different way. I thought you meant like a new band, like someone who's like cool and hip now, and that's literally everyone for me. But the main one that I thought of was, and I'll do a current one and an old one.
Okay.
So Childish Gambino is probably the one for me where I'm just like, everyone loves this, and all I'm like is like he was pretty. I'm just like, it's definitely not made for me. Like it's not music for me, and like it's good for what it is. It's just not my bag, right? Now the other thing, this is the thing that people will be more upset about when I say this. The band that I've just never been able to get into, and yeah, I know I play a Rickenbacker. I don't play a Rickenbacker because of this dude. I play because of Lemmy.
Oh, really?
I know where this is going.
Rush. I've just never gotten into Rush, and like I'm not looking at it going like those guys are shitty musicians. They're fantastic musicians, just absolutely fantastic. I'm just not there. Like I don't.
It's so good though.
It's not. It's
I don't think everything's good.
It's like I mean, like they're to me they're jerking off more on their instruments than King Crimson is. King Crimson's like, yeah, we're prog rock dudes, and we're just trying to do as much crazy shit as possible in a song. Rush is like, we're trying to make a pop song and hitting the drum 4,000 times in a second. Like, it's just it just doesn't work for me. I understand they're great. Like, love them all you want. You can fucking enjoy the shit out of Rush. You could listen to 2112 all fucking night and dig into all the lyrics. I just don't care. It's just not for me. I apologize. I've apologized to so many people for this. I will apologize to everyone watching. I'm sorry. I don't like it.
I own 0 Rush albums, but I don't dislike Rush.
I don't dislike them. It's just not my bag. It's not my thing.
I enjoy the Z Trip remix version of Tom Sawyer, which is fucking fabulous if you're into DJ music. Is Will Cole cool?
Will Cole was cool.
I think in Chicago,
it's cool.
Yes, saying people will be upset. They'll be like, "Oh, you can never come to the Hideout again."
Yeah.
If you say you hung out with Jeff Tweedy, that's a thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm way out on Wilco, so like that would be my number one. Like I don't get it, right?
I'm with you.
A number 2, I wasn't a huge fan of Biggie or Tupac. Like I'm not really. I really don't really get into outside like the deep cuts of those guys. Like I'm not. That's not my favorite, right? Like I like Juicy.
You know what's crazy?
That might be the biggest get it, right?
I'm with you.
A number 2, I wasn't a huge fan of Biggie or Tupac. Like I'm not really. I really don't really get into outside like the deep cuts of those guys. Like I'm not. That's not my favorite. Right, like I like Juicy.
You know what's crazy?
That might be the
biggest, a great song.
Might be the biggest deep cut like out of it, and I don't even think it's really
the baseball and bullshit was yours though.
Oh yeah,
that was your shirt.
I would move it more towards Tupac, but I do like a lot of Tupac songs too. But I'm not gonna enjoy every single fucking thing that he puts out. Like I don't get into it. I can't sit down with a Tupac album and go, I'm gonna
listen to this whole album.
Absolutely not. It's like, where's fucking Changes?
I'm hardcore Tupac. The first album that I ever owned was a bootleg tape I bought on probably like 3 blocks from where I live now, actually, because it was down Maxwell Street. I bought Tupacalypse Now. It was the first cassette that I ever bought.
Man, see,
does that got Brenda's Got a Baby on it?
I think it does.
That's some old shit.
Got a baby. Brenda's barely got a break.
That's just true.
Damn shit, drove me insane.
But so, like, you brought up a good point. What was the first cassette you bought?
Oh shit!
It was probably the same day.
Yeah, it's probably similar.
You got the.
I don't even remember. I mean, I could remember.
Seal.
I could remember being like 9 or 10 years old and listening to on the old album. You listen on the turntable. I'd have the headphones in before my basketball games, listening to like Fresh Prince albums and shit
Okay.
way back in the day.
So funny story when.
Well, we don't want to talk about what my first album
the-
was. That was great.
No, we'll get to that in a second. I just want to give a quick Mad Max story from when I bought that Tupacalypse Now album. We were down Maxwell Street, and we got this guy got all the tapes, right?
Oh,
All the
shit.
bootleg tapes. They're obviously fucking bootlegs, but he's trying to sell me and Beef on these tapes that he's got,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, you don't like this one? It's crisscross." Jump. Mad Max fucking looks at him and goes, "That's it? You're not going to give us the rest of the song? It's just, why don't you sing the rest of the song?" This guy has a look on his face. He was so fucking confused. I thought he was going to sing the whole rest of the song, and then I just bought Tupacalypse Now to just shut the whole thing down. What was your first tape?
So I had an internal debate over 2 records that I wanted to wanted to buy both of them, but I couldn't. I only could buy one when I was at the Walmart in my town. It was Dire Straits' "Brother in Arms"
Oh yeah, it's a good track. It's a good album.
and Beastie Boys' "License to Ill."
Wow, they're very different.
Right?
Very
So
different.
those were the 2 records. Those were my first 2 records. And I think my first CD was Van Halen 1. So,
Oh, hello.
I was just kind of all over the place in a lot of shit. But one of my friends from back home, or since we connected with, she moved back to our hometown. She's like, I remember you in 4th grade telling me like the Beastie Boys really got something going on. They're going to be a big group, and I was like, I don't remember saying this. and I don't know why I would have thought
You're
that
visionary.
from License to Ill, although it was a great record, was nothing like the next record, Girls, or Paul's Boutique, which I don't know if I was really into until I got to college.
I feel like the first Beastie Boys album that I really got into was Check Your Head.
That was
I
good.
really thought that was that was. I mean, I knew about the Beastie Boys, but really when I was like, this is a cool group to check out was Check Your Head. And when I think about CDs, I think Beef Love Me got in the CD game pretty late in the game. I think CDs had been around for a while. I think my first CD that I ever owned was Red Hot Chili Peppers' Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
Oh, it's
And
record,
I think most people had 30 CDs by the time
you got the first
Now,
one.
that was
when I bought Van Halen 1, it hadn't just come out.
Well, of course
Yeah,
not.
right.
Right.
But the guy that I know had it, and I remember listening to it over there, and just listening to Eruption, just be going,
What
"That
the hell
dope.
is that?"
I want to fucking play guitar like this. And then they played Ice Cream Man in that.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
it was.
I mean, Van Halen one-
it's a great album.
It was
Great
a
album.
great record.
It's got You Really Got Me, right?
Yes.
Because
Right
that's
after
what
Eruption
Eruption goes right into.
Yeah.
goes right into it. I mean, that was as a young kid that wanted to play guitar, I was like, oh wow, this is dope. And people had always talked about Eddie Van Halen, all the stoner dudes that we used to hang out with the long hair and all the
Eddie
fucking,
Van,
all
baby.
the fucking hair. They'd be like, dude, he finger taps.
Yeah, I was gonna say taps.
Finger taps. It's like, you should look into it.
He's got a brown sound.
I never
What
looked
did they
into
say?
I just learned how to play power chords, and then just moved on from there.
It's a,
So if you've taken anything away from this, is that I hate Rush. No. But yeah, I mean, go listen to Duran Duran's "Ordinary World." It will change your life, and you'll become more like me. You'll get a lot of gray hair and be really drunk. It's a really fantastic way to be.
Hurry up.
All right, we're gonna end this. We will see you guys very soon.
See you Friday.
I'm very excited for the season. I'm going to get a good 12, 15 hours of sleep tonight into our opening day, which will start.
there's no question.
Fuck Goose Island. Fuck those motherfuckers.
The battle of right field begins.
All right, field. We were there
It's
first.
our home, baby.
They'll bend the knee soon.
And the knee. That was a good tweet.
All right.
Peace.
Peace out, guys.
How do you?
That end stream thing at the bottom is what you want
There
to
we
click.
go. Hey, right there.
There you go.
Button.
Big red.
Press- and then
You gotta
press the
end.
end.
You both, all right?
Dun, dun,